Hello and a very good morning. You're watching Rajya Sabha television. This is the morning edition of Verdict 2014. Let's begin with the headlines. BJP intensifies its campaign in Jharkhand. Amit Shah and Rajnath Singh hold multiple rallies urging voters to end days of unstable governments in the state. Ruling National Conference comes out with its poll manifesto, puts relief and rehabilitation work for flood victims as top priority. And filing of nominations closes for the fourth phase of polls on December 14. Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah and PDP patron Mufti Saeed among heavyweights in the fray. Well, buoyed by an impressive turnout in the first phase of assembly polls, the BJP has stepped up its campaign in Jharkhand. BJP President Amit Shah and Home Minister Rajnath Singh hit the campaign trail in the state yesterday. Both leaders urged people to vote for a government that can ensure development for the economically backward state.
इस बार झारखंड में 2/3 बहुमत से भारतीय जनता पार्टी को विजयी बनाइए.
The BJP is eyeing a return to power in Jharkhand after a politically tumultuous last 5 years. That period saw as many as 2 stints of president's rule in the state, often caused by political instability. That's the issue the BJP has been raising in these elections on the campaign trail. On Wednesday, BJP President Amit Shah and Home Minister Rajnath Singh addressed as many as 5 rallies in the state for the upcoming second phase Tuesday. They were critical of the opposition, accusing it of forming an unstable government, both urging the people of Jharkhand to elect the BJP for development.
भारत का सबसे समृद्ध प्रदेश, इस झारखंड की धरती के अंदर सबसे ज्यादा कोयला पड़ा है, सबसे ज्यादा आयरन ओर पड़ा है, बहुमूल्य खनिज संपदाएं पड़ी, मगर झारखंड का नागरिक गरीब, यहां पर पूर्ण बहुमत की एक भी सरकार नहीं बनी.
The party won an impressive 12 out of 14 seats in the Lok Sabha elections back in May. Now it is hoping to do an encore in the assembly polls too. Addressing a rally in Potka constituency, Rajnath Singh raised the issue of development. He referred to the Prime Minister's pitch for Make in India. He also urged Maoists to shun violence and join the mainstream.
जिस पर मेड इन अमेरिका लिखा है, मेड इन जर्मनी लिखा है, मेड इन जापान, यही बेहतर क्वालिटी का सामान है. उस सामान को लोग खरीदना चाहते हैं, लेकिन 10 वर्षों के अंदर इस हिंदुस्तान में वह हालात पैदा होने जा रहे हैं मेरे नौजवानों कि हिंदुस्तान की धरती पर लगी हुई फैक्ट्रियों में जो माल तैयार होगा दुनिया के देशों में जाएगा.
The two leaders also slammed the Congress for questioning the achievements of the Modi government in the last 6 months.
आपके 10 साल के शासन में 2G का घोटाला हुआ या नहीं हुआ, वो तो जवाब नहीं देंगे, आप दीजिए. 2G का घोटाला हुआ था या नहीं हुआ था?
क्या होगा बैंकों में खाता खुल जाने से? यह सवाल मुझसे पूछा जा रहा है. मैंने कहा कि पेट तो नहीं भरेगा. यदि परिवार में कोई दुर्घटना होती है, किसी की मृत्यु यदि हो जाती है, तो अपने आप जीवन बीमा 1 लाख रुपए की धनराशि लाकर उस परिवार के घर में पहुंचाने का काम करेगी.
Jharkhand witnessed an impressive 62% voter turnout in the first phase of assembly elections yesterday. The second phase will be held on the 2nd of December, when 20 assembly seats will be at stake. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, National Conference has released its poll manifesto on Wednesday in Srinagar after facing flack from several quarters for failing to manage the flood crisis 3 months back. The Chief Minister's party focused a lot on relief work in its manifesto. It has given maximum priority to relief and rehabilitation of those displaced in the tragedy. Apart from that, the party has also promised to tackle the issue of unemployment. The party has promised to help youth with skill development. It has also promised to transform Srinagar into a smart city.
और हमारी ये प्रायोरिटी होगी, ये हमने मंशूर में लिखा है, रिहैबिलिटेशन ऑफ द फ्लड विक्टिम्स. जो भी हुआ, जिस इंटेंसिटी का भी नुकसान है, उसको पूरा करना, ये हमारा मंशूर होगा. दूसरी बात, जो नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस का पॉलिटिकल एजेंडा है, आर्टिकल 370, ऑटोनॉमी और हिंदुस्तान और पाकिस्तान के दरमियान अच्छे ताल्लुकात, जिससे बराह रास्त असर पड़ता है जम्मू कश्मीर के हालात.
Well, the last of the nomination papers for the fourth phase of assembly polls in Jharkhand and Jammu and Kashmir were filed yesterday. Polling will be held in 15 constituencies in Jharkhand and 18 constituencies in Jammu and Kashmir in the penultimate phase on December 14. Some of the key constituencies in both the states will go to polls in this phase. Among the heavyweights in Jammu and Kashmir who have filed nominations for this phase are Chief Minister Omar Abdullah from Sonawar and PDP patron Mufti Muhammad Saeed from Anantnag. Filing of nominations also began yesterday for the fifth and final phase of polls in the two states. The last phase of polling will be held on the 20th of December. A notification to this effect was also issued yesterday. Meanwhile, Chief Election Commissioner VS Sampath has praised the voters for coming out in record numbers to cast ballot in the first phase of polls on Tuesday. While Maoist-affected Jharkhand saw a turnout of 62%, meanwhile in Jammu and Kashmir was the highest, or rather the turnout was the highest in 25 years at 72%. Sampath said that the Election Commission had made enough security arrangements to encourage voters to defy threats of poll disruptions. Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah also expressed satisfaction over high turnout in the valley despite severe cold, but he ruled out that high turnout could lessen the chances of his party to return to power. He said high turnouts do not necessarily indicate anti-incumbency wave against the ruling party, unquote.
Jammu and Kashmir, Jharkhand, rendilayum maximum security precautions. எடுத்துண்டு எவ்வளவு மேக்ஸிமம் ஃபோர்ஸஸ் எடுக்க முடியுமோ அவ்வளவு எடுத்து அதையும் மேக்ஸிமம் யூட்டிலைசேஷனுக்காக நிறைய ஃபேஸஸில் எலெக்ஷன் வச்சு கண்டக்ட் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். எல்லா விதமான செக்யூரிட்டி அரேஞ்ச்மெண்ட்ஸும் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். அதனால் எந்த விதமான அசம்பாவிதமும் இல்லாமல் எலெக்ஷன் நடக்கும் நாங்கள் நம்புகிறோம்.
Meanwhile, once a prosperous industrial area, Nissa constituency in Jharkhand's Dhanbad district is now a shadow of the past. Struggling mine-based industries have multiplied unemployment problems in the area. People complain that unionism was the reason behind the poor state of affairs in this constituency. Here's a report.
Dhanbad, a district surrounded by rich mineral reserves of coal and iron. Bordering West Bengal, this district is one of the few most industrialized regions of Jharkhand. Nissa constituency in this district was once home to several mine-based industries, especially hard coke plants based on coal mines. But all that is past now. People allege lack of employment opportunities here. Several industries have shut down, mostly because of union and labor problems.
बड़ा बड़ा जो भी कंपनी फैक्ट्रियां थी वो सभी बंद हो गई। यहाँ राजनेता आपस का लड़ाई के कारण ये सब में चेष्टा भी नहीं रखते हैं।
स्थिति बहुत ही खराब है। सब फैक्ट्री यहाँ बंद, कल कारखाने सब बंद होते जा रहे हैं।
However, the sitting MLA Arup Chatterjee has denied such allegations. He claims that he has addressed the issue of unemployment. Former Minister Aparna Sengupta also claimed to have done a lot for the region during her tenure.
जनता की जो भी मांगे हैं उसको पूरी करते आए हुए हैं। जनता के हर सुख दुख में हम लोग खड़े हुए हैं।
कार्यकाल में जो विकास यहाँ हमने किए और वो जनता के सामने है। हमारा सोच, हमारा विकास जनता के सामने है।
But for people of Nissa, development remains a key issue in this election. Nissa will be voting in the fourth phase of elections on December 14th. Close to 3 lakh people are expected to cast ballot to choose a new leader. Bureau Report, Rajya TV.
That's it on this edition of Verdict 2014. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.